Hello everybody and welcome to Math Help with Miss McCarthy. I am so excited that you're here today. These episodes are actually powered by you, meaning parents and teachers. You may have a homework problem that comes home, and teachers, you may have a problem in your upcoming unit. Maybe you're feeling a little stumped and you're not really sure how to tackle it. So I encourage you to send those my way. You can go to mccarthymathacademy.com/mathhelp. Send me your questions there and they could be featured on an upcoming episode. We're going to get to today's problem in just a moment, but I wanted to give you a heads up because after we break down today's problem, I'm going to show you some more video lessons based on what we're doing today. So you definitely want to stay tuned until the end for that. Let's go ahead and get to it and let me teach ya. Today's fourth grade problem comes from DM in Naples, Florida. And this person sent me what looks to be like a test prep question. It says, select all the ways to rename the number 4,205. This right here is standard form. That's one way to write a number. And there are other ways to rename or represent numbers too, like expanded form, word form, decomposing numbers, and so on. So let's go ahead and tackle this one. Before I begin, this is a multi-select problem, which means that we need to work through all of the answer choices. They could all be correct. I don't know. While they're not usually all correct, they could be, and it's important that we work through each one to decide if we want to select it or eliminate it. The first one says 4 thousands plus 205 ones. This is a way to decompose the number. It's an example of it, but we need to decide whether this is the correct way to decompose it. To do that, the best strategy that I think is to compose it or put it back together. So 4 thousands plus 205 ones. Let's move to my workspace. So 4,000 plus 205, landing in the ones place. When we add those up, check that out. We do get 4,205. So we can go ahead and mark that one. The next one is 42 hundreds plus 5 ones. 42 hundreds plus 5 ones. So you might be thinking, how do you write 42 hundreds? Well, let me put some place values. I've got ones, tens, hundreds, a comma splits the periods, 1,000s. 42 hundreds means the 2 needs to land in the hundreds place. That means our 4 is in the 1,000s place, and we've got zeros in the tens and the ones place. So that is 42 hundreds. Plus 5 ones, add those up, composing them, and again we get 4,205, so that is correct. We will select that one. The next example is written in expanded form. We're taking each digit and multiplying it by the value of the place that it's in. For instance, this is saying that the 4 is in the thousands place. So I can go ahead and just over here, ones, tens, hundreds, a comma splits the periods, and the 1,000s. So a 4 in the thousands place is right there. And then we have a 2 in the hundreds place. Got it. And a 5 in the ones place. Got it. And we don't have anything in the tens place. We need to make sure that we fill that with a 0 though. And when we do that, we get 4,205. So that is correct. Our next one is another example of expanded form. 4,000 plus 200 plus 5. We're expanding out the values there. Now, if I were to compose that back together, 4,000 plus 200 plus, I think I said 5, but it should have been 50. When we add those up, we get 4,250. Careful, the 5 should be in the ones place, not the tens place, so we can eliminate this choice. Nope. Our next answer choice says 4,205. This is trying to imitate word form, reading it in word form. So basically reading 4,205 in word form. However, this is, even though we do have 4,205, that's not the correct way to write it in word form. So we can eliminate that. The next example, 4,205, that one is correct, and that is the way to read it in word form. So we can mark that one. That is how I recommend tackling this problem and teaching your students or your kids to work through multi-select problems like that. Now, if you know that your students or your children are struggling with composing numbers, reading numbers in word form, expanded form, and standard form, all of that, then I recommend you go to one of the sites above based on your role. If you're a teacher, go to the one that says /teacher. If you're a parent, go to the one that says mccarthymathacademy.com/family. That's where you will learn more about the memberships that I have. And these memberships contain lots of videos for 3rd grade, 4th grade, and 5th grade. And these videos are targeted to Florida's best standards for math. So I highly recommend that you check it out. In fact, let me go ahead and show you inside the teacher's membership some more videos that can support you with the same content that you're learning in this video. Right now I'm in the 4th grade membership. This is the teacher plan. Parents, your plan is very similar to the teacher's bronze version. The only difference with the bronze plan for teachers and the family edition is that your family edition would be organized by units rather than benchmark. But we're inside the teacher plan, so we want the NSO strand, reading and writing numbers, and then here we go. We've got one video on reading and writing numbers, standard form, word form, expanded form. This is your student guide right over here. And here, by clicking on the video, you can see a glimpse into what we're talking about and recording notes in this video. The next one is decomposing numbers number 1. And we also have decomposing numbers number 2. So you can see with this printable student guide that we're actually going to decompose each number 3 different ways to show the variety of ways that numbers can be decomposed. That was a glimpse into the members area. I make these monthly memberships affordable for you, parents. It's a great alternative to tutoring. And teachers, I created the bronze, the silver, and the gold plans for you because I know how vital it was when I had support in the classroom, and I'm just trying to be that support for you and for your students to help make math make sense. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Math Help with Miss McCarthy. Send me your questions and I'll see you soon.